Happy holidays and welcome back. Today we're making Judy the Elf's 1200-year-old hot chocolate by Isha Modi on Pinterest. What you're going to need is milk, sugar, chocolate chips, instant dry milk, vanilla, and cinnamon. You're going to need a cup of chocolate chips, 2 cups of milk, quarter cup of sugar, third cup of dry milk. Make sure not to dump it everywhere like I did. And just sweep that into the trash can like it never happened. Then you're gonna put your stove on medium heat so that you don't want the milk to boil. You're only gonna add 3/4 cups of milk at first so that you can melt all the chocolate chips down. Then you're gonna add your sugar, mix it really well. Then you're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, a dash of salt, and whisk it up real good. Add the rest of your milk. Add the instant dry milk. And whisk it up real good. Looks like mashed potatoes, but it's chocolate milk. I mean hot chocolate. Then you're gonna pick your favorite mug. Then you're going to plate it, or should I say cup it? No, cup it sounds wrong. You're going to prepare your hot chocolate, put it in your mug. Oh, look at how swirly and good it looks. It's very thick. Okay, let's try that again. Add your whipped cream. I put some little bit of cinnamon on top, and look at that. Oh my god, it looks delightful. Welcome back to the channel. So, I have some serious thoughts about the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. First off, I think Tim Allen plays one of the best Santa Claus. Like, the Santa Claus, it's a must watch, okay? You have to watch it. It just brings
oh, the Christmas feels!
Everything about it is just so charming. Charlie basically convincing his dad to believe in himself as the Santa Claus, helping Charlie overcome his belief in Santa Claus, you know, like trying to get him to stop believing, which doesn't work out in the end, but it's still interesting for like a kid's Disney movie anyways. His name being Scott Calvin, SC, Santa Claus Scott Calvin, that went right over my head as a child. His red silk pajamas. I want his red silk pajamas. Are you kidding me? It's how you know you've crossed the threshold into adulthood. You don't want Charlie Snowglobe. You want Scott Calvin's red silk pajamas. Another extremely charming part of the movie. Judy the Elf's hot chocolate. You're lying if you never thought of what that tasted like. You've never wondered and you've never wanted that chocolate. That, like, the silver mug. I've always wanted Judy the Elf's hot chocolate, and today I made that happen. And now I know why Santa is so fat. Because, let me tell you, that hot chocolate was richer than Cardi B in her finest Balenciagas on a weekend yacht trip. Now back to my deep thoughts about the Santa Claus. We all know there's movies beyond movies beyond movies about Santa Claus, and they ride the classic Santa story, but this one kind of takes a new turn, and it's interesting. So we start off. Scott and Charlie find Santa and scare him off the roof until he dies, disappears, it's unclear. Then he's whisked away, delivering the last of the toys, and then he's taken to the North Pole where he meets your boy, Bernard the Elf. Bernard then explains the situation that Scott has now found himself in by explaining the little Santa Claus business card.
You put on the suit, you're the big guy.
Essentially what got my wheels turning about the Santa Claus is that how big of a sacrifice Scott had to make. Becoming Santa Claus meant sacrificing his previous life and serving the children of the world by delivering toys on Christmas Eve forever. forever. I think that now, because Scott is Santa, it kind of means that he's immortal. Or, like, this is his life now. There's no going back. First, Scott is very resistant to the idea of Santa and elves and the North Pole and everything else in between. But as the year goes by, he becomes more and more accepting of the idea. During all of this, Charlie, Scott's son, is being taunted and swayed by bullies and even his parents. They go as far as to take him to a therapist, which I think is kind of traumatizing for a 7 or 8-year-old, whatever age he is, for believing in Santa Claus. Giving up your whole life to be Santa is kind of a big deal. I was thinking it was a huge sacrifice, but then I was thinking of the positives. Scott's life prior to being the Santa Claus was recently being divorced from Charlie's mom, and he was just trying to figure out how to be the best dad he could be for Charlie. Charlie's kind of at that age where he's struggling to find things in common with him. But I think overall, this job and this opportunity to become Santa Claus really saved Scott Calvin. The Santa Claus is the perfect story of believers versus non-believers, or in this case, adults versus children. Charlie's being seen as a kid with his head in the clouds. He's holding on to a dream that may harm him in the future, i.e. bullying, and Scott's just focused on the normal adult responsibilities, you know, going to his job at the toy company and taking care of Charlie and just trying to raise him. Now, in general, movies aside, as you grow older, you kind of lose that magic that you feel for Christmas, you know, when it's, like when you stop believing in Santa Claus. It's just, you know, Christmas isn't quite the same anymore. The holiday now means something new to you, and it means cherishing love and cherishing your friends and your family, and it's less about the gifts and the stuff, you know, the whole
spiel. Maybe Christmas isn't about gifts. Maybe it's about a little bit more.
And honestly, I think that's a beautiful thing. Stop tying your excitement for the holidays to something that may not exist. I'm trying to say. I think a big reason why Scott and Charlie have such a great bond and relationship is because Scott never questioned Charlie. He never undermined his beliefs, and he never tried to make him grow up. He just wanted him to be seen, he wanted him to be heard, and he wanted him to be loved, and he wanted him to trust his dad. Then the whole script flips. Christmas isn't just this holiday anymore for Scott. It's a job, and it's a dream now, and the spirit of Christmas, if you will, the magic of Christmas reignited back into Scott. The whole magic for him wasn't necessarily being Santa Claus, but it was this stronger, unbreakable bond that he just built with his son.
The joy and magic
That Santa brought to so many children inspired him to continue because it was Charlie who believed in him so much.
I just think that's a beautiful story.
In the end, as cheesy as it sounds, the spirit of Christmas was revived in everybody, the adults, the kids, everyone, and it wasn't based. I just think really important that you can still feel special around the holidays, whether it be from believing in Santa Claus or just being around loved ones. Like, whatever your magic is, cling to it and just fuel that fire, fuel that magical fire, because all the things people go through throughout the year are hard enough, and the holidays are just this great time of year. I mean, you make everything look beautiful because it's a beautiful time. It feels great, it feels magical, and I just think that's something you should protect and something you should definitely keep going. Well, anyways, thanks for listening to me rant about the Santa Claus, one of my favorite Christmas movies. Please go make Judy the Elf's hot chocolate and watch the Santa Claus and feel all the good Christmas feels, because this year's been tough. And you deserve some nice hot chocolate to enjoy while you watch the most wholesome Christmas movie ever, okay? That's debatable. I've got like a long list of favorite Christmas movies, but that's a good one. Anyways, have a good day. Please subscribe, like and subscribe. Come back next week for more rants and more movies and maybe some more food. Goodbye. Peace out.